2003, have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Straight ahead is a rematch of last year's NFC Championship game, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Go side. Go ready.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go, side. Yellow 80. Right side.
The drive begins with a run for McCaffrey. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Go 80. Right side.
Play, Darnold giving to McCaffrey. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 42 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down.
Right side.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. A pretty decent gain on the tough run before he's brought down at the 25. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Here we go, yellow lady. Here we go. Right side.
Darnold now to throw. This will be caught. It's Samuel. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Moody good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Boston Scott on the return from his... And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Second and 9 now from the 21.
No touch.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And that's incomplete. You look at this Niner defense. Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
No touch.
Hurts sets up to throw. Now Brown, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
First down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 4. Again, it's McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
On the counter. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Here's a 2nd and 8. After 7-0. Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Here we go, set. No, lady. Hey, set.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And the 49ers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Here we go, set. Red 80.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Here we go, set. Red 80. Hey, set.
That's with McCaffrey. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Niners go up by 2 touchdowns. Moody good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's second and 18. They go play action with Hurts. He's got his tight end. It's Alberto Cuebunam. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Here is third and 5. Here's Hurts to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
On fourth down, punt coming from Braden Mann. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Niners will go on offense first and 10.
Here we go, set.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Set.
From the 46, here's second down and 3.
Go, ready, set.
Draw play to McCaffrey. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, third and 1. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped it. Mark that down for a win.
And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. 86 yards now for McCaffrey. It's a first down. Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
We go, set. Set.
Hand off to McCaffrey. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Set. The lady. Set.
Here's Darnold. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. Everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try to mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Ready.
Here's Darnold now on second down. Open man is Samuel, complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the 49ers take a 3-touchdown lead. Moody good with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be a possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Second down, here's Hurts. Completes it to Watt.
Good sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. Waves able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. On the end around, here comes Smith. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there as that one is going to blow up in their faces. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Great.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
63.
Hurts. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
A final shot before the break, Darnold. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
No touch that.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of
Great,
kickstarts
great,
it.
great.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
No touch.
Now a give right side Swift. He'll get this up to about the 44. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
And it's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made them pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
No touch.
Play action. Here's Hurts. That's to the sideline and pulled in. And he is going to have an Eagles first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
No touch.
Not getting that same player out of college.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. It's the former number 4 overall pick, Cleveland Ferrell, that got in there to bring him down.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action. But that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Niners are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
Darnold's throw pulled in by Aguilar. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, 43 yards. And the 49ers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Moody good with the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard
No touch.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's across midfield and all the way down to the 41-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Swift going to try up the middle. He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Over the middle to Smith. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 21. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. 3 quarters have come and gone.
Set. Delta.
1st and 10 at Swift. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance, they're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about making that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. His pass caught at the 4. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Being chased out left. And not enough on the throw that time as that one is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout that's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not, and I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Second and 10.
Red 80. Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On first down, Darnold. Back to Deebo Samuel for consecutive catches. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Red 80.
Again, Darnold taking a shot for Samuel. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that's one of the few things that has not gone right for this offense so far. They've had their share of big plays. That was nearly another. But somehow, he just couldn't squeeze it.
Now it's Darnold. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Here's Darnold. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
No touchdown. Hey, 73, 73. One screen. No touch.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Looking here for Smith downfield. And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the 49ers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Now a second and 10.
Yo, 80. Red 80. Keep going, oh, keep going.
Now Darnold. This one caught by Kittle. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game. And they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are. And let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready? Let's go.
Darnold from the gun. He finds Kittle going across the field.
Here we go, here we go.
They move this all the way down to the 9.
Ready?
To the air again, Darnold. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Now Moody for the PAT. And now it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. So the victory here for San Francisco. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for San Francisco, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-.